So this suggests that they are not trying to put anything into graveyard, which they should be doing if they play any kind of graveyard synergy. And they have another one. So generally by this you can tell that Lantern shouldn't be good for this matchup. But you never know. I will still draw a card because I think even if we hit something that uses graveyard, it's probably better to not get mana screwed. Let's be honest about this one. So we could get double white, but not on this turn. Okay, I think we go Authority. As you can see, we are kind of fighting against lands a little bit here. We need second white. That means Ajani will be able to kill the next creature. Every time you see Moonshadow and red mana, it's always the same copy-paste from Pro Tour. Like, there doesn't exist a different Rakdos deck in Standard. Like, this is my honest experience. It's like 100% always the same deck with same build and exactly like copy-paste everything. So, yep. And deck is actually insane. Like, you need good draw, but if you have good draw, it feels close to unbeatable. If you are on the draw especially. However, we'll try to still beat it. Let's go, Ajani. They have 1 mana spell. I don't remember what it was. Was it Torch the Tower? We'll go for Moonshadow. Even if they pump, it's still 4 toughness, so this should die, you know, easily. They will of course kill Ajani, which is not perfect. You generally would love to keep it after you use the -2. That's how you generally, you know, play those cards. We can kill it with Liliana very easy, despite indestructible, but we will have to curve up to 6 and keep the board down to 1 or 2. So this will be a bit of tall order, and this is not good draw. We got mana screwed. So I think we'll make a very horrifying, horrible play that I do not like one bit, but I think we have to. We will use Fountainport to make a treasure, because those Sunken Citadels give double mana as long as you use them for, you know, lands. Because I always get this question. I could try to kill this, but I don't love it. We could kill it now and prevent 5 damage, which is not bad. But there is a chance we will play Lily and kill this on the next turn. Completely clearing the board. We just need to hit untapped land, and we have plenty of those. And we can even get Shockland to 9. Our opponent is reading the cards. They know that lands have abilities, and we'll be using those. Honestly, really bad draw for us. We are mostly struggling against the draw, not really our opponent, and matchup is already super hard. And we drew 3rd Citadel in a row out of 4. That's not exactly what you want, really. Oh man, that's not great. And we cannot use... Okay, I think I know. So we will go for probably second black. This way we can play all of the cards. And we do not want to lose too much. So I think we will get lost. We'll get lost and then do nothing more. And then Liliana. It won't be perfect. I think this mana screw is really hurting us super hard, but they didn't add to the board, which is kinda massive. So, that means we can play it on Elf. What will happen? They will protect it, but it gets tapped. And they cannot re-equip it because it's sorcery speed, which means we are taking 2 damage. Basically, it's 2 mana, gain 5 life, which is kinda massive. And we also get rid of the cards, so it will help for the future. Alright? But now, we have 2 creatures. Oh, now we are getting untapped lands, huh? First turn when we don't need it. Thank you, Shuffler. But at least we saved the treasure. Now we can go Lily, and this is the only freaking card that can kill Elf. They cannot flash a creature because this deck doesn't have it. Because this deck is always the same build and nobody changes a single card. The upside of playing against meta decks is that you know exactly what they have generally. This is fine, we already got the trade. This is actually really good because they wasted another card, so another elf will be easier to kill. And well, they might be starting to be a little bit low on cards. I don't feel there's any reason to equip it now unless they get benefit from this discard. So this makes... Oh, right, okay, they want the Phoenix. But it's still tapped, but I guess there's still some argument if they believe this board survives. Of course, we'll make sure it doesn't. This is Another Lily, and you can see that Lily is doing work. Explosion. 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 You know you want to. You know that you didn't get the win, and you need to fight for it. Alright, maybe our opponent is a fighter. I can respect that, or they explode. Okay, Bitter Triumph is actually amazing, because we have tons of Planeswalkers. We don't care, we just care about surviving, because as you can clearly see, we have plenty of those, and this one is the best one so far, because it will start drawing us cards. This is the one we wanted to survive. Land is nice, but Get Lost is better, because it kills stuff. And now we have full hand of removal, and guys, I believe we also beat the Proto Rakdos. Rakdos. Did I say Rakdos? I think I did. Abandoned Attachment, that's fine. Is that a land? It's a land, yep, as expected. So now they probably play a creature. Unfortunately, this is the best creature. I really hoped it will be not the third out of 4 elves. But thankfully, they wasted so many cards so early that we can actually kill it now. Which wouldn't be possible if they were a little bit more cautious with their discards. We can do it, so it's until end of the turn. So we will do it on their turn, then on our turn it is still killable. They will of course discard the last card. Yep. Try to protect it because that's their only hope. And we are not casting Get Lost, so they don't get the treasures. Now we go this, and we enjoy our sweet victory. I will. I'm sorry, it was so fun. And this is how you win games. Emotes beat Pro Tour decks, apparently. Alright, and we are ranking up really nicely so far. And we can do a lot already. Do we kill the elves? Yes. Because the only thing we care about right now is time, and elves really speed up, you know, those aggressive decks, which apparently you are playing against. See, and suddenly they don't have the turn. Pretty darn good. So, I think we still go for the Lantern. It has some use for this matchup because it seems like they are playing Explorer. Because they use those lands that sacrifice themselves. So I'm pretty sure they are using Graveyard to some capacity. But I think hitting the next land is way more important than anything else. Oh, interesting. Okay. By the way, we also have Kaya against Graveyard strategies, which is kind of nice. This is like, you know, for slower, longer game, and Lantern is for immediately, you know, not dying. Well, we got Mana Screwed. I think this should be Day of Judgment. They're not getting any value from getting back the Secret Tunnel right now, so this is the best trade we'll get from this probably. It also means that the next creature maybe will be killed with Ajani, so my dream is that they play one creature with 4 or less toughness that taps them out fully. Space Dragon would kinda do it. Go for it. You want this cool Space Dragon. Okay, they went for this. We don't really run Demolition Fields. Sometimes it can hurt you a little bit. Okay, so how do we play? We could keep making tokens. That's not bad. That's not bad. We could also +2. They can get to 4. Okay, I think this is good. Why? Because we absolutely need to freaking survey. Do we? We could also +1 and make a blocker. This land can be blocked. I never wanted it anyway. Okay, so this is kinda interesting. They will probably pump the creature. So I think we get rid of Kaya, but do we want to get more Mana Screwed? We could Ajani into Duress, which is not a bad play. Or split up into Duress, I guess. We kill this, they need to start over, and our Kaya is stacking up. I kinda like it. It's not perfect, but good enough. Nope! As you can see, there are tons and tons of graveyard cards in Standard. Like, you will be surprised how often this makes a bit of a difference. And, of course, you know, against cover decks, that's like the main thing. So, 4 counters. I really hope they cannot kill Kai on this turn. I kinda bank on this. Because we can slow the rest. Elves, we are pretty happy with it. Life gain doesn't matter too much. We're trying to fight for value. Ashiok will probably be a big part of it. We need to make more surveil cards. Secret Tunnel is doing work this game, that's for sure. Okay, so we will go split up. We kill all the tapped creatures. As you can see, they can trade against control decks like pretty normally because they get stuff like this that creates literally infinite value over game. I think we have to Duress. Let's see what they have. Maybe we'll surveil something. Okay. And they will be playing the whole game against control with literal lands, guys. And this will be a hard game for us. I think we have to +2, because +1 means that Kaya dies. Tap land is bad. This is bad. A little bit of a whiff. I'm literally clicking very often, randomly. I think this is like the habit I got from a lot of games I've been playing. Especially like, you know, I played League of Legends in my lifetime. So you kind of get to this motion of, you know, just clicking wherever your cursor goes. And sometimes I exile or choose random cards. That's something I've noticed. So this will keep happening for the rest of the game. So we are clear. Which means that every 2 turns we need a sweeper forever. Just to match the value of an aggro deck. Which is always my favorite. So what can we really do here, guys? What can we really do? This can be 5. So if we +1 Ashiok, we can actually draw a card. And I think this is what we have to do. We might lose Kaya, which is not great. This is actually really not great. I could also kill this and make the token to block Pollinator. Okay, we need to think, because we're in a pickle, guys. And we can try to win this, but we need to get to Ugin probably. And it's insane. I might actually add demolition fields because I wanted to go for something else, but it's the fact that aggro deck can outvalue a full control of Planeswalkers by a single land, that is untapped by the way when it enters, is actually wild. Oh man, how do we beat this? Okay guys, I think I know. There's only one chance to do it. We need to surveil first, so Kaya stacks a little bit and forces a direct attack. Get Lost is really nice. We will get one of those cards, guys. Only one. And I think it's Get Lost for the next turn or the next cycle. We will get Mana Screwed, unfortunately, a little. I did it again, but here it's fine. Here it's fine. Day of Judgment is even better, I feel. Okay. Let's go. Get Lost is nice, but I think Day of Judgment is kinda more what we need. I expect to lose Kaya, and I expect to keep Ashiok for the next turns. They will probably reanimate a land or put more counters. I think they should reanimate another land, unless they got something really good. Okay, this is not as good as it seems, and right now, I don't think they can... I mean, they can do it, but they cannot attack with the new land. They can put more counters here, which is fine. That means it's easier to kill. They have 5 damage, which is not 6, which is super important for us. Good split. Aggro deck continuing to fight for value against heavy control with Planeswalkers. The golden classic. And now we can kill this. I'm kinda laughing about it because as per archetypes, this type of deck should just lose in the long game. And instead they're actually ahead. What do we get? We will... This is such a good card, but we have to make the lands. Like, we need to keep developing so we can get to Ugin at some point. Because this is the big card. I mean, lands are colorless. Is that a green creature? I don't remember the color of this ability. The land... No, I believe it's still colorless. Oh, now they can create infinite value even more. Well, this basically matches Planeswalkers without even trying. However, how do we do it? We could get Ajani. Don't forget, now it's getting to a point where we get extra value every single turn. Yep, this is what we have to do. Get Lost is exactly the type of card we need. I think it has to be Ajani. Can you see how ridiculously hard it is to beat a deck with no draws, basically one top deck a turn, and just, you know, the new aggressive cards? Like, they're actually wild. This land is in the game since like turn 3, and we literally cannot kill it. Of course, we'll after this game I will just switch to demolition fields, like honestly. I wanted to try something new, guys, and this makes sense because you want to be defensive against aggro decks, so that should help you, but it's close to unplayable against cards like this. This is like literally infinite value for the whole game. What the hell, aggro? Yep. So we wait until they pump it to maximum with the counters, with everything. We'll also have to pay the ward probably. But if they try to level it up right now, we can try to hit it now. I don't believe there's anything they can get out of this now. If we kill it, so let's go for it. They don't even have a creature. But to be fair, we also have the mana. It's not like we'll do something with it. Combat. Show me. Show me the target. But Ashiok is actually the reason we are getting ahead a little bit. Ajani, no respect for Ashiok, you freaking monster. In all honesty, I'm considering how much Ajani matters. Those guys, I know I'm thinking a bit, but the reality is that bad decision at this point of the game, you will get completely crushed with value of an aggro deck, you know? Like you actually need to make perfect plays here. Unfortunately, I believe we have to use it. So I didn't really want to use Get Lost because this is like we don't have mana. This is one of our like relax turn. When we use it, the next turn will be so much harder. We have some Ultima. Wait, Ultima can be the solution finally. Okay, this is huge. So we go for this. Let's see the card. All right, let's take the one that doesn't hurt too much. We'll play it. Not the best draw. Do we already Ugin? How do we beat this on the next turn? How do we beat this? I think we have to play Ugin because they cannot scale fast enough to beat it yet. And this is our most powerful Planeswalker. This is 2, so we have a moment. And we can finally get 3 cards per turn. You can see that kinda Ugin is required to get you really ahead. Ashiok is like the stepping stone to actually get ahead. And Ugin is what tries to close the game. This is really bad, but fortunately we have this small guy. So now they can get unblockable creature with +1/+1 with haste basically, without really spending too much. They can also use the map token, so they can see they can actually try to kill Ashiok, but I think they will lack a single point of mana. And when we kill it, of course, they get all the triggers on Ascension. But I think the fact that they cannot kill Ashiok because they lack this 1 mana is actually all we care about. Ajani is great. We don't want to see it gone, but it is what it is. So now, I believe this is finally the turn, guys. Oh my god, it took guys this long to get ahead with triple Planeswalkers. I like that we actually are making such a good progress. Even though we need to, fight so hard for those wins, but in the end we are winning. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I forgot about the passive on this thing. So now, we will attack and Ultima. Swing. This damage might matter. It's actually meaningful, and they will not block because why would you risk Badger against any creature in Magic? Alright, finally. All of this is freaking gone forever. So now Ashiok tokens can actually block. Of course, they still have Badger with haste, basically. Like, this creature is half haste, which is kinda wild. And of course, they have this, so they can continue making value forever. But it's only 1 damage, and our Planeswalkers are really strong. Now, those are the most powerful ones, except Lily. Yes, 3 damage. So how do we deal with this? I'm pretty sure we'll just make a fish. The Fish of Doom. Man, I cannot believe how much we need to grind to beat this. But we are getting to the point where we can. We need to be careful about the cards. I think there is a chance we'll try to mill, but we'll see. We know we can hit the last card. Our opponent still is very friendly, so I appreciate it. Okay, we need to make some good plays. I think this is good enough for now. We clear the board. Yep. So they will soon trigger the Ascension. We still have the Lantern, but let's draw the card first. Now we are getting really ahead with a lot of stuff. And finally, we can go with this. You know what? I don't believe we play the land. So the question, do we want to go for the tokens? I need to think about it. Our opponent is close to scooping, by the way. We'll definitely make this. That doesn't require thinking. If they reanimate, they probably cannot land for trample too much. But I want the ultimate. I actually want the ultimate, so we might even take the land. Shoot the Sheriff is great. This is a nice card. I like this deck because I decided to use both Get Lost and Shoot the Sheriff, so we have a very good amount of like solid 2 mana removal. And guys, triple Planeswalkers for 20 mana and we finally beat a land! Alright, so here we don't have too many things, but the things that we have are kinda good. So with Authority we should make sure that the game is a little bit longer. With Swamp we can make sure that bad things do not happen to us super quickly. And unfortunately, those are the bad things exactly. We'll have to split up a Grand on the next turn, which means that we'll be open with to Swarm. Hopefully you can play Elspeth and destroy it. Do we go Accumulate is both of them are great, just so we are clear, but I think Abandon Attachment is a little bit better, because it cycles 2 cards. Accumulate Wisdom only gets 1 card. However, it's from the top 3, so they usually get what they want. So this will be pretty rough matchup, as it is for basically every deck, always. Let's get rid of Grand. This will help a little bit. We have Day of Judgment, so we have, you know, the way to kill the creature so it doesn't get behind for the aggro player, because it draws a card. So when you kill it, after you pay extra, it's still bad. Love it, love it. However, Ajani comes to the rescue. We need extra mana because, of course, we need, to pay the ward as the punishment for us being so mean to kill a mighty creature. How dare we? So, our opponent is not behind, so this creature just matched a Planeswalker with value when it got countered. And of course, if you don't counter it, you die. So that's always fun. However, that being said, we're getting them out of the, you know, annoying stuff slowly but surely. And Grand does not draw cards. They can accumulate Wisdom, but hopefully they don't have Quench. So even though this deck is freaking insane, we are still getting a little bit ahead. The problem is that they can keep playing Accumulate Wisdom and keep chaining value, and when they hit this Ancestral Recall level of standard value, you know, then they go completely off the rails usually. They have another creature, so that's not perfect for us. We could kill it, but that will cost us Ajani and also a turn. So thanks to, you know, man, this is crazy because this creature is designed to not get behind the player when it dies to removal. Not only you pay extra, so 2 mana removal trades equally on tempo, but they also outvalue you on cards. If you use removal on this, you lose a card, and they don't. So you are behind by removing this creature. It's crazy. Even our Planeswalkers cannot keep up with this value of, you know, a 3-drop. So I think we kill it. But that means, you know what? This is really bad. Because if we kill it, we cannot play any of them, and we lose the whole turn, basically. If we play... I think we need to play Ashiok. Then we'll lose Ajani. This is really bad. I think we have to do this. So I'm absolutely not happy with this play. It's kinda crazy because we are making like incredibly most powerful plays, summoning mythic rare Planeswalkers, and they struggle against a random, you know, creature. But I think we can cheat some value because our cards can be really powerful if we hit the right ones. This is a tap land, unfortunately. That's not what we need. So I will take Authority. It's not amazing though. We kinda whiffed here. And of course, we cannot kill the creature because you need to, you know, pay extra for it. It's kinda wild to me because if you notice, lately every creature has some mechanic to prevent it from losing to removal, which is wild to me. Like even Badger, it creates 2 creatures, so against removal it trades favorably. You lost 1 card, and they lost 1 card, but they have a 1/1 on top of it, so they're ahead on this trade. So yeah, unfortunately this is not good. We lost our big Planeswalker. Now we are, and of course, and now they are getting 3 cards, so they outvalue us, even though we have like answers to every creature. Yep, now they completely outvalue us. And by the way, guys, this is why you generally don't see decks like Planeswalkers, because aggro decks basically do the same thing, just faster, easier, and they also can kill you on turn 4, which is a wild thing to do. However, we are pretty good at Planeswalkers, and this is the only way you can leverage. Let's go for maybe Ultima. This is the only way you can leverage Planeswalkers, because they can do it forever. This can do it once, and that's your only upside. Do we want to prevent the card? I think we do. I think we do. This should be good enough. So we attack. Oh, they have removal. That's good to know. So they have this 1 mana lesson. If they played, that would be insane. Oh my god, this play is so bad and I love it so much. The biggest weakness of ever, you know, like meta aggro deck, the player. Alright, that was insane. So they do not get the card because we ended the turn, which prevents the death trigger. This is the only way to not give them a favorable trade. However, they hit, I believe, the 4th accumulate wisdom already. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the 3rd one. And for 1 mana, they prevented our whole Planeswalker play. You can see why you see those decks so much. They are so overtuned compared to everything else that normal decks have such a hard time against them. However, so they will probably counter it. If they bounce without doing anything, I would expect that they have Quench. They drew so many... Guys, they drew nearly half of the deck already. But they didn't hit it or they don't play it. Many versions play single one. I think we'll go with Duress. It's late. This was the turn to play Duress, not the next one, because they will unload all the monuments and artist talents on the next turn. Alright, cool. That wasn't great. So we lost our big Planeswalker. That's not amazing. However, guys, we still have some things. We definitely will play the land. Let's get some life gain. This is honestly one of the most annoying matchups for most of the decks, because normal decks cannot match this value over time. So if you aren't super aggressive and you cannot just kill them before they get this whole combo, you are, you know, kind of behind in a way. We could kill it and set up Elspeth. This doesn't target, for everything great this does, it does not target Planeswalkers. So we could take the risk, guys. We could play this, get rid of the Serpent, and have Elspeth already on the board. I will go for it. I will go for it. Because we kinda know that they have nothing. Without Duress, I would never make this play. But here, we kinda know that it works. It's better because if we make tokens, if they draw removal, it's actually a very good draw, and they can remove two blockers, like 2 tokens, and still kill Elspeth, and that would be most likely over for us. Lantern is very interesting. I think I will just play it, but first let's start with this. Despite everything insane that happened for our opponent, drawing half of the deck already, we can still, I feel, beat it. I would love to draw a card here, but getting rid of the lessons could be really good. I need to think about it. We can, I guess, answer, right? We can answer if they cast Accumulate Wisdom. I believe they still have 1. Let's double check it. 1, 2, and the 3rd one is exiled. So they have only 1 in the deck, but it's best the draw of the deck. We will finish them, but we need few turns. So I'm kinda optimistic. Alright, we absolutely need to kill it immediately. We get some... Life gain doesn't matter, because they actually outvalue you guys. Like, I'm serious. This deck is like trying to kill you, but they also outvalue you at the same time. So Authority will matter for a bit, but then it completely won't matter, because they will have 7 cards, you know, double Monument, double Artist Talent, and you can be at 50, they will just burst you in 2 turns more, you know? And you cannot really contest them anymore. So I think that we need to push. I'm reconsidering drawing a card. I guess they have Serpent too. You know what? We'll do it. Because of Serpent. Let's exile. I do not love this play because top card could be Ashiok, which is insane. But now, well, I guess they can still cast it. It's like only 8 mana for them, or 7. So we'll keep making the soldiers because they can block. And guys, despite everything, we beat it. Alright guys, our opponent is ramping. Whenever I see Gruul and ramp, I instantly think random encounters. That seems to be one of the most popular builds, but it could be something else too. It could even be something completely crazy, because we have some cards that support it from the new set, but I rarely see them used. So let's live game. Be happy about it. Right now, of course, we are building toward Planeswalkers. We only have 1, unfortunately, and this is a Weather Maker. One of the cards that I have my eye on. And I have to, you know what? I think our opponent already deserved the heart because they are just they are enjoying Cornucopia and Weathermaker. I actually thought about making this type of deck. Fortunately for us, completely surprisingly, we have Ultima in the deck. Oh my god, how is it possible that we have a counterplay to artifacts? Well, because I wanted to win synthesizer matchups, and this one is close enough. Oh my god, I actually feel bad for our opponent. Guys, this is probably some super cool strategy, and our opponent got one of the few decks that actually completely slaughters it. So we could go Lily already. Liliana is pretty darn good, but they can go for this land and kill her if we go for -4, which means that instead we unfortunately have to go split up. We go untapped. You know what? Let's count the mana. Maybe we can go the... No, this is better. Let's go untapped. Why I'm using split up and not shoot the sheriff? Because shoot the sheriff is a little bit better. And we don't expect huge boards. We don't really have deadly cover up here. So I think we just go for this. And it's not like it's a Cavalry deck, so we don't care about creatures. I think our opponent has some really freaking cool combo, but there is a good chance they won't be using it. And as you can see, we can play a lot of lanterns. I mean a lot, 2 of them. Because for the wrong matchup, you literally just sacrifice it. Not a problem. I think this is the moment to play Lily. I hope we don't get Smuggler surprised. This definitely feels like Smuggler surprise deck. And I think this is Smuggler Surprise Advanced. But I will still go for Liliana, our beloved. Because there is a good chance we'll dodge it. Don't do it, don't do it. I don't like surprises, especially the Smuggler ones. Ah, they had it. Ah, they had it. This is bad because as you can see they run... Guys, we had smiley face. I think it's only fair if we go for this one now. Our opponent actually has lethal. But you know what? I think our opponent had a really cool deck. They played very fun strategy. And yeah, I think it's pretty fine to lose this one. So guys, this is the deck, but before I show you the rest and talk about the deck, I want to show you something. So we also get a little bit, you know, behind the scenes of what you are actually seeing on the channel and why. Let's check all the Planeswalkers, guys. We are checking Planeswalkers from 6 last sets. It will be ton of them, surely. Let's get all the colors just to make sure we get all of them. What? What? Guys, in last 6 expansions, we had 3 Planeswalkers. And let's read exactly what those Planeswalkers do. This is only for artifact decks, it's not for control. This one is for creature decks, it's not for control. This one is actually not for control too. I'm using it in control and it's pretty decent, but this is not a control Planeswalkers. Look at the ultimate. It's unplayable in control decks because you don't play permanents, especially such a cheap ones. So this is still a creature Planeswalker, generally for token aggro decks. So as you can see, the last time we actually got a Planeswalker to a control deck is in Tarkir. Those are like half of ours. So unfortunately you see the same Planeswalkers because I love the strategy, but we actually got nothing since last year's June. Actually more, it was April. So since last year we got 3 Planeswalkers, unfortunately, for, you know, in total, but 0 for a control deck. I'm using Ajani because I really want to get something new. And that's why we are playing the old package of, you know, Super Friends, because there's nothing new, despite, you know, so many new sets. As you can kinda see, you know, control Planeswalkers are not getting too much love, which always pains me a little bit, because those are my favorites. But yeah, I think we still showcase that we can beat the top strategies. We got some nice meta kills with this one, and honestly, I tried these adventures in, you should replace it with at least double demolition field, maybe even 3. I still like Sunken Citadel. Sometimes it gets you with the tap land, but this is your only tap land in the whole deck, and getting double mana for Fountainport is actually super meaningful. You have seen, it actually saved one of our games when we made the treasure, so we could, you know, cast Liliana or something big on the next turn. Generally, we ranked up with this one. I really like the deck, and it has some clear weaknesses. Probably you don't want to see, like, you know, typical typical blue control with this, because they will counter your planeswalkers, ignore your sweepers and removals, and you don't have card advantage because your card advantage is generally having planeswalkers. So, you know, this is probably your least favorite matchup, but as you can see for the rest, we kinda can make some, you know, wonders happen. I hope you had a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the content, guys. It honestly is very appreciated, both for Magic and Slay the Spire videos, and yeah, just thank you guys for being here and enjoying those videos. Tell me in the comments if you enjoy Super Friends. I'm sure I'm not the only one that missed this strategy, and I think this one was cool. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all the patrons supporting you know, the channel and the content. Really thank you guys for that. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.